Wise Kids School is committed to be the advanced children's school geared towards business and leadership. And we will have to make sure that the values formation of your children is well taken care of.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wise Kids Day, this is Teacher Mitch Gustilo, and I would like to thank you for watching our webcast regarding homeschooling versus modular learning. If you have not watched it, please do so, and don't forget to subscribe to Teacher Mitch channel so you'll be notified of our upcoming vlogs and webcasts regarding family matters and your child's education. This is an offshoot of that video based on the frequently asked questions. So let's start answering your posted questions. What is remote learning? This happens when learning is done outside the classrooms. We have what we call as online remote learning. From the term itself, it is done online and in remote location. Teachers and students do not necessarily have to meet in person, and they meet via online learning platforms based on the identified schedules. Now, there are two types of online remote learning, such as synchronous learning. It is a type of remote learning wherein the classes are scheduled and conducted on real time. The teachers and the students do log in on a certain platform and they carry out the task throughout the allotted time. They meet virtually and maybe using video conferences or live chat or live stream. And for this purpose, we have adopted a learning platform. Now, we also have the asynchronous learning. It is a type of remote learning when the students are provided the content and the task that they need to accomplish given a certain time frame using our learning management system. The interaction between the teacher and the students do not necessarily have to take place on the same time. No face-to-face class happens, even online, but students engage in class materials and complete their work at their own pace, typically given a certain time frame. Another question, is it possible to do homeschooling even if one parent does not have enough time to prepare the learning materials? The answer is yes. Here in Wise Kids, we have modified a little bit the meaning of homeschooling to be teacher-led, but it could be done remotely. That means outside the classroom. Since the teacher will be the one to load the content, the parent will just act as guide and maybe monitor the performances of their children. Also, here in Wise Kids, we will provide several support services such as maybe assigning a homeschool advisor and then doing online orientation and maybe sending invites also for webcasts and webinars and having a parent support group. And also we will do a help to do the compilation of your children's portfolios. Can we do homeschooling even if we don't have strong Wi-Fi access? Yes. As Wise Kids promotes inclusivity, we have available learning options wherein we're going to use printed materials. And so it's not a problem if you don't have gadgets or even Wi-Fi for these purposes. What is blended learning? This is very, very important. Blended. It is a combination of online, remember the definition a while ago, synchronous, real-time, and asynchronous learning. At the same time, there will be face-to-face class meetings. This happens, the face-to-face happens when the class is divided into two groups, and then there will be going into the school when it's already okay to go to schools. They will do face-to-face meetings with the teachers, maybe on alternate days twice a week, and then for the remaining 3 days, they have to continue with their online work. The reduced number of days and number of students will enable them to practice maybe social distancing. How do we do online learning? So it's very important that you have the gadgets, maybe the tablet, the smartphones, or the laptop, but it's better to have a bigger one so that you will have a better learning experience. So the teachers will be loading the content via the learning management system. So, and then the students will be able to access it. There will be different times of synchronous or asynchronous meetups. Now, do we need to be synchronized with the conference time with the teachers? With the students? Yes, as much as possible, it's a yes, since you'll be provided with a calendar. So you'll be able to adjust the time and the date wherein your child will be available to join the teacher and maybe half of the class during a Zoom meeting. So there will be a loading of the videos and the lessons and the worksheets that could be accessed within the day for asynchronous learning. How does the teacher facilitate the learning of her 20 to 25 students? The parents' help is really needed in terms of reminding their children and monitoring their output, their calendar for every day. Access will be given to the parents to monitor their child's submission. All outputs are uploaded and monitored by the teacher online. Now, there will be conferences that will be done, but just the same, those are calendared. And they will be doing it maybe in 2 batches so that in a Zoom meeting, it's not really very crowded. Now, it's important that the parents' help is needed for them to be reminded of their time. Now, how long and how often will the video conferences be? The length of time and the frequency depends on the grade level. The younger the students, the lesser the time per conference. So let's say your classes in the regular school is from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. In an online setup, it doesn't have to be that way. It could be as short as 30 minutes, but it's actually loaded. The face-to-face is only for giving instructions, but the learning videos could be uploaded ahead of time. Now, the task of the teacher is to really monitor if the submission is really done. Now, will they be seeing their classmates? Yes, but it's only during scheduled times. How will the parents grade their children's learning performances? We will still follow the DepEd's grading criteria, which is 70% for the performance task and 30% for the written work. Now, all the daily, monthly, and the term assessments will be done online. The parents are going to help the teachers to do the computation via the grading criteria that will be posted. What are the expected roles and responsibilities from the parents? Now, parents, please listen. Parents are expected to provide, of course, the access and the means for the offline and the online learning. Please, we also need your help in terms of establishing routines and also setting the defined spaces in your houses and monitoring the platforms to check on the announcements and maybe the feedbacks from the teachers. And you are also encouraged to provide constructive feedback to the school personnel through the set channels in an appropriate and respectful way. What are the expected roles and responsibilities from the students? O makinig mga estudyante. Students are expected to complete assignments and other tasks with integrity and academic honesty. They should attend and actively participate in all scheduled and guided video conferences. As there will be checking of attendance, they should exert best efforts to meet the timelines and commitments and due dates. They are also expected to comply with the Wise Kids rules on online etiquette and ensure appropriate clothing and setting for online interactions. There was a question, what will they wear during the video conferences? Maybe for now, we are setting like their PE t-shirts, or maybe to just make it more exciting, the teacher will be reminding beforehand, maybe wear color red or color white, so that everybody is, excited of whatever they will wear in the next meet-up. Next question, are the homeschooling fees affordable? Sa totoo po, hindi, diba? But it all depends on your provider. Here in Wise Kids, as part of our public service during the pandemic, we lowered down the costs so that it will be made more affordable to everyone. Now, payment forms are also varied, so it's all dependent on your budget. Another, how do we decide if blended learning or homeschool will work for us? Once again, ano nga po ulit yung blended learning? There's online and there's this face-to-face. Now, homeschool are all done in the house, but for the sake of our purpose, we have modified it to be either parent-led or teacher-led. Now, if you have watched my webcast on homeschooling, there is this quick readiness assessment that I presented for you to be guided on your decision. Now, our blended learning for Wise Kids would be able to start with the face-to-face, Lord willing, by January 2021. Now, for the homeschooling, we are offering 4 options. Now, do not be confused. Now, how do you decide which option to take? Let me ask you to first consider these 3 questions. Do you prefer offline or online? Meron bang Wi-Fi access na okay? And then, do you have available gadgets and connectivity, of course? Next question. Is it going to be parent-led or teacher-led? Because if it's a parent-led, meron po kaming option of learning for you. Or if it's going to be teacher-led because, the parents are not so comfortable and confident doing it, we will also have an option for you. Now, who among the parents will have the time to facilitate the learning? Do you want it, the third question, do you want it to be synced, sabay sa oras, with the school pace, or do you want to have your own pace? Okay, what are the different learning modes that the Wise Kids School will adopt, at least for the school year 2021? What are the differences among the different learning modes? As we have often said nowadays, that Wise Kids is now anytime and anywhere. It could also be offline or online. It could also be based on a big budget or a lower budget. It could be parent-led or teacher-guided, or it could also be student-led. Here in Wise Kids School, you have the power to choose an option that would work for your lifestyle, family setup, and maybe your child's learning styles. Everything, all of the 5 choices are all given at an affordable price. All of them also are based on DepEd competencies and even beyond. Now, they are also considered as the same as the regular schooling. So, are you ready for the 5 options? Number 1, that is what we call as the blended learning. Ito po yung modified traditional. This is not parent-led. This is teacher-led. It is offered for those who are still hoping that maybe by January or onwards, we will be able to have our face-to-face meet-up for 2 times a week for a shorter time and by batch. It is an anytime, anywhere. And it uses ebooks and optional textbooks. Our textbooks are the same with the content of the ebooks. It's just that there are some parents who are comfortable having the printed ones. You are provided a calendar of activities wherein you have the scheduled time of online conferences with the teachers. Now, this option of blended learning is available for Kinder 1 to grade 10. Next, number 2 option, basic. This is for those who are more confident to do it offline, done in the house. Now, this one is parent-guided. You will be given simplified parenting printed kits with built-in activity sheets and assessments, supplements, and lessons, and test booklets. Now, since it's given the term basic, the learning there is not really very exhaustive. This is just the basic lessons. So the parents could still opt to add more to the given lessons. There's a need for guidance from among the parents. This is available. This option of basic is available for grade 1 to grade 10. Number 3, advanced. Now, the advanced is also offline, meaning hindi kailangan ng connectivity. Done in the house, kaya medyo ala homeschool. And student-led. Hindi masyadong kailangan ng help ni mommy or ni daddy. This is a modular learning using the tried and tested printed booklets or modules. And what about the test? The tests are built in. Kaya po yung gumagawa nito, sanay na talagang mag-tests. There's mastery. At the same time, there's values formation. Ito po kasi yung end goals nito. And this is available for grade 1 to grade 10. Okay, we're now in the number 4 option. Once again, the first one is that of the blended learning. There is face-to-face and there's online. Number 2, yes, that is the basic. It is parent-guided with printed materials, but it's really basic. Number 3 is that of the advanced. It's done in the house, a la homeschool, but this one is student-led because in all of the modules, the lessons are incorporated, self-explanatory. Now, the 4th one is that of the remote. Remote, that means it's done in the house. But the content is teacher-led. It is high quality, fully online curriculum, but there is no hope of having face-to-face meet-up during the second term. So everything else, the whole school year, it's done in the house. It has the same content as the blended learning. It also uses ebooks or maybe with the traditional textbooks, but all of those will be uploaded in the learning management system. This one is made available for grades 1 to 12. Now, number 5, customized. So, going back to the remote. In the remote learning, you will be having the chance, that your children will be having the chance to meet the teacher, listen to the teacher, as in, it's just like in the school, but basically it's done in the house. The activities are done in the house. But it's not like the regular school, even for the blended, wherein 7 to 11 or 7 to 4. Hindi po kakayanin yon. These are shortened times of meetups for the synchronous, but for the asynchronous, ibig sabihin, not real time, the tasks are given based on the calendar. Next, the fifth one, the customized. Customized means parents could mix and match depending if they're available or not really available. So it could be online or offline. Could be parent-led or parent-guided. This customized is flexible in terms of the budget that is set by the family. It could be adopting internationally accredited homeschool curriculum, or maybe using textbooks, or maybe DepEd Commons, or whatever it is available that is free online. Don't worry, because if you choose Wise Kids as your provider, we will guide you on what options to take based on the learning styles of your children. This is highly recommended. This is highly recommended, as for me, for kinder to grade 3, as you need to have videos and interactive worksheets, and what else? You don't have to be synced with that of the school curriculum, because at times, like, the children could be relatively slower in pace or faster in the pace. You could also opt to use printed materials for this one, especially if it's a international curriculum, doesn't have Filipino and Araling Panlipunan lessons. This one is made available for grades 1 until grade 12, or maybe also kinder until grade 12. Pero paalala ko pa lang po sa lahat, unlike in the customized and the basic and advanced, the parents are not really obliged to report every day. It could be every week or every month, every term. Basta yun pong goals na meet and the portfolios are prepared. But for the remote and the blended learning, meron po kasi na report na na-generate every now and then. Now, by the way, take note, if you use the customized, it's what I'm using for my kids now, at least during this summer, there is a report that is being generated by your homeschool provider, the homeschool provider na curriculum, every now and then. So let's say I'm working from home and I have my kids with me, I could see their performances every now and then based on the generated report of the homeschool provider. When is the period of enrollment and start of classes? Right now, the enrollment is ongoing. Our physical campus is still closed, but our virtual office is always open. For those who have made the prior reservation, you could avail the book discounts provided that you have to enroll until June 15. Now, because of the flexibility of the homeschool, the classes could start as early as June 15, and for the blended learning, it could start as early as July 16. But if you would be choosing the one that was said like August 24, okay naman po yun. But there are some parents who wanted to do it earlier so they could end up earlier as well. Now, next question. How do we do office transactions like enrollment, submission, and receiving of documents and materials? We value your safety in Wise Kids. Thus, all of our transactions will be done online. We have a designated online enrollment process. So please see our Facebook page for the process. Also, the submission of the needed documents could be done through email, and the assessments could be done through our learning management system. The books and materials could be sent through Lalamove for a minimal fee from the receiver. The submission of the projects, because there will be projects also for the minor subjects, could be done by taking pictures or doing PowerPoints or videos and uploaded through our LMS. For the new students, there will be maybe communication through phone. The lines are all open on the Facebook page, and the assessments could be done online. This is not to say that you're not admitted or what, but that is to check on the learning gaps that you need to strengthen on. Good news, the results are instantly generated. For the payments, you don't need to go to the school. It could be done through bank deposits or bank transfer, GCash, or PayPal. For the requests of the fees and other inquiries, you can probably contact our mobile landline. This is what we are going to use nowadays. It's 89945-308. For our Globe, 0917-651-0357. And for Sun and Smart, 0933-868-7669. Okay, dear mommies and daddies, last stretch. Wise Kids School is committed to be the advanced children's school geared towards business and leadership. And we will have to make sure that the values formation of your children is well taken care of. But we need a stronger collaboration with all of our parents. To make this successful learning in a new normal, we need strong connectivity. Yes, of course, connectivity to God, connectivity to the Wi-Fi, and connectivity to each other. Importante po ang Wi-Fi connection. Baka naman po, since you're able to save some amount of money for the school service, school supplies, and maybe allowances, baka po pwede po kayo magpakabit ng mas maayos na connection, or maybe upgrade your gadgets or have a bigger monitor. And maybe kung may extra pa po is to invest in a very good printer. So, see you po on June 25, 6 p.m. for our tentative date of our online parents orientation. We are praying for everyone's protection as it is safer at home. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that we're able to help you. And if you're a new family that you would want to try Wise Kids School, you are very, very much welcome. So we are just here, and we're open to serve every one of you. God bless Wise Kids family.